Hi, I'm Edwin Palmer,
and welcome to my series on intellectual giftedness and things related to it.
In this episode, I want to share my personal experiences with intellectual overexcitabilities. Before I do it though, I want to give you a quick explanation of what it is.
The intellectual overexcitability is characterized by an intense and accelerated mental activity. It's concerned with a love of truth and quest for understanding. Gifted people with this overexcitability are deeply curious and interested in learning. Signs of this overexcitability are a high level of curiosity, deep concentration, the capacity for sustained intellectual effort, and a wide variety of interests. People with this overexcitability tend to be avid readers in their quest for knowledge. They're also excellent problem solvers and love to strategize. How does intellectual overexcitability affect me?
Well, this has always affected me.
The first thing I can remember was when I was 8 and wanted to learn everything about dog breeds.
So I went to the library, borrowed books on dogs, and perused all of them, and learned a lot from it.
Then I moved on to horse breeds and other farm animals.
I wanted to learn everything about them.
As a teenager, I became intrigued by dancing. I danced ballet, modern ballet, jazz dance, and hip-hop, and read everything I could find on different techniques. I bought a dance magazine subscription and read each edition from cover to cover.
I remember that the articles contained a lot of hard words, but I looked up each one of them.
I was also interested in English, law, politics, history, and music.
Among other things, I always try to soak up all the knowledge I found as quickly as I could, and once I'd had enough, I simply moved on to the next topic. As a kid and teen, I had difficulty falling asleep at night because I couldn't turn off my brain. Now, as an adult, I still get intellectually overexcited, but I'm not as impatient as I used to be. For instance, I'm intrigued by the English and Swedish languages,
US history, LGBTQ+ related topics, reading, figures of speech, intellectual giftedness, and phonetics,
and many more things, but instead of wanting to soak up as much knowledge as possible within a short period of time, I tell myself to be patient and soak up the information bit by bit.
What are the pros of intellectual overexcitability?
I think the pros of this is that I gain a substantial amount of knowledge in the areas I'm interested in. I'm a tenacious learner and problem solver. I'm observant and notice things others might miss. I can stay focused for a long time if I think it's worth it. I'm also good at planning and am a divergent and independent thinker. I love theory as well as meta-thinking.
What are the cons of intellectual overexcitability? Firstly, to me, it could be fatiguing, both to myself and to the people around me.
Although the overexcitability exhausted me, I still couldn't fall asleep at night. Now I've learned techniques to help me fall asleep fast. Before I'd learned how to switch off the thoughts in my mind, it could take a long time before I fell asleep.
Secondly, my intellectual overexcitability could exhaust others, as it was hard for me to stop talking about something I loved and knew a lot about.
Now, when I notice people aren't interested in what I'm saying, I stop talking.
The fact that I can't share everything with others can make me feel lonely.
But that's something I have to live with, I guess. Thirdly, as a kid, I interrupted others inappropriately because I couldn't contain my excitement over something. I don't do that anymore. Fourthly, I can become impatient with those around me who can't keep up with me. As a kid, I sometimes gave insensitive criticism, but I don't do that anymore and have learned to be more patient with others. Fifthly, it frustrates me that I don't have time to explore every field I'm interested in.
For instance, I would love to learn Spanish and study more English grammar,
but there's no time for it. Finally, I can become so engrossed in my own thoughts that I don't listen to what others are saying. This sometimes puts strains on my marriage.
so I keep reminding myself to be a better listener.
So those are my personal experiences with intellectual overexcitability. The explanation of what intellectual overexcitability is came from this website. I've left the link below this video. If you want YouTube to notify you that I've uploaded a new video in this series, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you want to watch this series from the start, you can do that by clicking on that link as soon as it appears on the screen. I'll be back next Friday with more Swedish pronunciation training. Until then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and bye for now.